Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to Al Stock Trades. In this video, we're going to be talking about some important news regarding the CFO of Clover Health, the main CFO, Mr. Scott, leaving. And I'm going to go ahead and give you my thoughts, what I think about the exchange of events, and then a message to the CEO regarding this endeavor, even though I think he never had control over the matter. So we're going to go ahead and update you on what happened right now. And we're going to go ahead and read you a couple of new newsletters because you might be hearing this for the first time for people that are part of our YouTube community space. So overall, let's go ahead and open up the newsletter regarding what Andrew Toy and Scott basically published, the PR team at Clover. They specifically say Clover Health announces departure of CFO, Chief Financial Officer, reiterates most recently issued financial guidance for 2023. Mr. Shapiro, Clover Audit Committee Chair, will lead the search for the next CFO. I'm going to read this to you guys for folks that are driving in the car, etc., just to give you guys some ease of use here. A physician-enabled company committed to bringing access to great healthcare to everyone on Medicare today announced that Scott J. Loeffler, its CFO, will be leaving the company in January 26, 2024, in order to pursue another professional opportunity. Mr. Loeffler noted to the company that, by the way, we're going to explain what that professional opportunity is, which is right here. CFO, Mr. Bryan retires, Scott Loeffler appointed as successor. This actually is better than just Scott basically blanketed leaving. At least Scott has some form of an exit plan. I beg to differ if Clover has one, even though we know that they've been hiring for a CFO a couple weeks ago. The due diligence of our stock terminal exceeds my expectations, which will go ahead and fill you in everything that you need to know. Please let me know if this is clear. If it's not choppy, that's very important. Okay. So Mr. Loeffler noted to the company that his departure does not reflect any disagreement with the company on any matter relating to the company's operations, policies, or practices, and which is good because if there is and he's lying, that opens him up for litigation. In addition, the company reiterates its most recently issued financial guidance for the full fiscal year of 2023, which was updated as part of its earnings release on November 6, 2023. The company has initiated a search to identify a successor CFO and has created a search committee to oversee the process to replace Mr. Loeffler. Now, again, the way they're writing it, it's looking like they've started now. What I think they've actually started before, but they don't want to say that because it's going to piss off shareholders. So I think there actually is a smooth transition. It would have been nice for them to announce a successor right now, right? It'll just make the management team look less stupid and more mature, because they look inexperienced, this management team. Have a successor already appointed because it looks like you just basically stumbled upon this news and it shows you as an immature, unstable company, right? And I'm talking from experience of analyzing multiple 10K and annual 10K reports and analyzing thousands of companies. Okay, so Mr. Lee Shapiro, a member of the Clover board directors and chair of its audit committee, which he should have basically oversaw the successful transition. Come on, dude. I know you guys watch my videos. I mean, come on, guys, right? You guys can do better than this, right? Be a little bit more smoother, right? You don't have to always procrastinate until the end. Will lead to the search committee because I assume Mr. Scott, given his experience, has already let them know, right? Obviously, this came out of nowhere in terms of this retirement, but this was in the process in the making. So anyway, we'll lead a search committee that will oversee process to replace Mr. Loeffler. Mr. Shapiro previously served as a CFO of Livongo Health. I looked at the financials. I think the last financials I've had, there was still negative free cash flow. A tech-enabled services company that helps individuals with chronic conditions to live better and healthier lives until 2020. And that's when the financials end. Maybe they were acquired. I'm not too sure. I haven't done proper due diligence on that company since I'm not really invested in it. Additionally, the company has engaged a leading executive search firm to assist the search committee to finding CFO officer for the next stage of the company. Now, you better have one before he leaves January 26. Then if that's the case, I will rescind my criticism of you on Twitter or X and slamming you for immature management operations, right? But you better have a proper CFO by January 26th, and that CFO better be orientated in your, your mission, which is this last sentence here. Additionally, the company, right here, sorry, and finding the CFO for the next stage of the company's growth. I'm going to answer all the questions that you guys are going to be having, all the questions regarding why he's leaving. I'm going to answer it right now. Okay, let me just read these last two couple sentences here, okay? Just to make sure everyone's on the same plate here, right? So Andrew Choi, Clover's chief executive officer, and this is what he said. It has been a pleasure to work with Scott, and I want to thank him for all that he has done to help Clover mature as a public company and to set us on our path of profitability. And I think that's Scott's primary role. I think he's become kind of the guy who goes into companies that are highly, risked and creates a more risk management approach, which I'll explain to you in his company he's going to be successing in as the new CFO. We are grateful for the many contributions he has made to the company, which we are confident have strengthened Clover and positions us well to succeed in both the short, which is profitability, and long-term goals, which is the growth-oriented part of the company. On behalf of myself and the company, we wish Scott well in his new opportunity. Working with Andrew and the team, this is Scott talking now, working with Andrew and the team at Clover in its mission to improve every life has truly been rewarding, said Mr. Leffler. While I'm very excited for my new opportunity, I remain a strong supporter of Clover and look forward to seeing it succeed. Okay, so this is basically explaining what they do. All right, so now let's go ahead and move forward into I'm going to give you the data and then I'm going to give you my opinions because I want you to formulate your own opinion first, right? Rather than basically have me give you an opinion, right? So Myriad Genetics Chief Financial Officer, Brian, is about to retire and they appoint CFO for the successor. Now, I'm not going to read this to you. You can read this all, but I'm just going to go ahead and basically read you a couple of sentences that I find important. So I'm going to just highlight it here very quickly. Okay. So I don't get lost. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and open up. I already highlighted this here. So I'm going to just read you this, right? This is part of this newsletter. I just highlighted it for easy navigation when I put it in the stock terminal. So Leffler brings to Myriad nearly 20 years of finance experience. Okay. By the way, Test, I do see someone on the Twitter page here. This is pretty cool that someone can comment on the Twitter. So you guys can comment also on X, my apologies, and also YouTube. That's great. We were integrating both. We're doing lives on both, which is pretty good. All right, so Leffler brings to Myriad nearly 20 years of financial experience across a broad range of healthcare and payer market segments at both public and private equity-backed companies. Leffler has held numerous financial leadership positions and brings expertise in finance transformation, acquisitions, and integration, as well as, which is what I think Clover used him for, risk management. In his role as CFO, he is responsible for leading the company's financial team and strategy to support the advancement of Myriad's long-term growth and profitability. You might ask me, what are the financials of Myriad growth? Don't worry, I have them pulled up here for you. These are the financials of Myriad. And as you can see, they are net income negative, which you can see right here. And also they are net free cash flow negative as well. So they're both negative free cash flow and negative net income. So let me just give you one more and I'll give you my analysis. Another part of the Myriad succession of the CFO of Scott Leffler, he said that in the news for Myriad Genetics, you can basically read on your own. I'm going to read you a little segment here. We are pleased to welcome Scott. He is thoughtful and focused leader who has proven track record of financial leadership strategy and execution results in notable business growth. Now, again, I'm very sad to see him go because I would like the business growth to be for Clover, but I think the mission of Scott is with the sentence I'm about to read to you here. With his strategic vision and analytical curiosity and industry expertise, Scott will play an important role in building on our business foundation to accelerate profitability, financial performance, and innovation. So the last part is bullshit. They want him for profitability. Okay. So that's what they basically want, right? So it says here, maybe we should nominate me. Honestly, at this point, I would love to be interim, strategic, not CEO, but free cash flow positive and net income positive and communications to shareholders. Because seriously, Clover, the manager, you could do better. You could always do better, right? And I'm hopefully with, my presence and one person who's in healthcare and is a heavy investor in your company, I'm hopeful that you can actually, listen to what I'm saying and really drill home the point of communication to your shareholders and actually having a solid plan. Because you better have a CFO before Scott leaves. Because if you don't, you're going to be looked at as an immature company, or at least you could graduate from that, right? So here's my analysis on Scott. Okay. So very quickly, this is the Murad, their negative free cash flow, okay, and negative net income. So Scott's going to go here, and they're probably going to pay Scott a little bit more. Now, again, Murad Genetics is up on the news by 1%, and then Clover is about rebounding from its descent and stabilize. So again, this may not touch the Clover stock price. We'll see, but the news is slowly getting out. And honestly, shareholders might just basically day trade this and play some shenanigans on the stock price. But here's my analysis on what, my, opinion is on the matter. And then now I'm going to focus the camera on me. Okay. All right. It's not always about me, but now I want to just communicate to you. So as you can see, I'm dressed up in a button down, not in my black t-shirt, because I wasn't expecting to make this video, right? This is how I normally dress like, right? I wasn't actually expecting to make this video for you all, because I'm normally in a black tee, for you guys. Okay, here's my analysis, okay? So Scott basically saw the writing on the wall. This company's headed to profitability. They're exiting ACO, and they're basically entering a more profitable segment, the Medicare Advantage side. Okay. And the company is on a pathway to profitability. Now, in terms of growth potential, maybe Clover's growth potential may be hindered right now, given the fact that they're trying to focus on profitability and work things out. But based off of this movements, I have no choice but to increase my discount rate from around 15 to 17.5%, right? Which means that I'm discounting the future free cash flows higher, because I'm expecting and covering management bullshitness, if that's a word, right? Management immaturity and non-communication skills, and adding that on to the stock price, right? So I'm going to be doing an intrinsic right now to show you what I mean by that. So I believe that Scott said, you know what? I've achieved my goal. The company's on its path to profitability. And I have this other opportunity in which this company needs it, to become profitable. And I can do more in this company because I've already basically done what I needed to do. Clover is going to become free cash flow positive, net income positive. I've done that. They're on a great trajectory. Now I have this other company that's still negative free cash flow that I'm going to basically be help transferring. Okay. So that is one speculation that I'm looking at to seeing how things are playing out right now, which him basically leaving. And then obviously the CFO is retiring. So this doesn't seem to me like Scott saying, whoa. Clover Health is crap. Andrew Toy is crap. This is written crap all over it. This is Clover crap, right? Clover crap, right? It's not that, right? Because it's very clear he's leaving to another institution because the other person is retiring, right? He's leaving to another institution because someone else is retiring. And he had to make that move because it fits in his criterion of going from negative to positive free cash flow, focusing a company to achieve profitability. So I don't believe there's something intrinsically wrong with Clover. I just believe that, what I'm going to be looking at them now is I want to know, are they going to specifically get a CFO before he leaves? I don't want no interim crap. I don't want no interim CFO, right? So that's what I'm looking at right now. And I hope you're listening to me, Clover. You better get to looking, right? So That's what I think the matter is, which is why potentially the market is not reacting so much to Clover selling off their CFO, because the news is slowly out and people are on top of it. I think so. This is potentially the case. We'll see. But overall, that's what I believe in regards of what's happening with Clover. Now, I'm curious to know in terms of the growth area, because I don't want them to basically grow and go back to their unprofitable growth. I think Scott told them that they're going to grow in a strategic growth, which they're going to double down on their Medicare Advantage side, because the Clover Assistant works really well on the Medicare Advantage. I want to know that once they pull out from ACO, I want to know that what other non-insurance segments are they doing, and is that profitable? And I want to know more about that. And please, Andrew Toy, can you stop beating around the bush? Oh, we have been approached. Oh, we have been in talks. Can you please be a little bit more direct and actually say more? Okay, because you're already a penny stock, dude. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, it's time to talk. I know you have a lot of competitors, but I mean, do you really want this? Do you really want a penny stock to be associated with your name, right? So let's be a little bit more transparent and more forthcoming to your shareholders and to also institutional investors and also analysts that are wasting their time talking with you and covering you as a company, right? These are fair. I know this, and I know they may sound harsh, but these are fair criticisms. And again, I'm a supporter of you guys, and I like what you guys do. So I hope that you can see, and we've been in talks in the past. So I hope that you can see, where I'm coming from. Okay. So that is what I have there. Now, my other inquiry is about the CFO shares. He was offered shares. Because he's achieved somewhat his mission of profitability, is he going to be rewarded those shares? Or because he didn't finish off his tenure, is he not going to be given those shares? So that is something that I want management team to answer on the next earnings call. I would want to know a little bit more about that, or maybe do a public release through your PR. So that's something that I want to know a little bit more about. But overall, I'm going to just quickly do an intrinsic value here, kind of looking at what I think is with the company here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that really quick. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video and enjoying this just very quick coverage that I wasn't actually expecting to do near the holidays, please give us a thumbs up and a subscribe and follow us on Twitter. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the intrinsic value, which you can have access to using our coupon code New Year's, which is in the link down below, to give you $800 off lifetime access. So I'm putting them as 1.7 billion, assuming Chamath's criterion of 1.7 billion in 2023, and I'm going to have them grow at 5% of revenue for estimation of free cash flow. By doing this, hello there. Let me go here, redo this. By doing this, I get an 85 million of free cash flow. I'm going to extend this off to 10 years, and then I'm going to go ahead and grow them at 20%. You can do 25%. I'm going to do 20%, assuming that they're going to double down on their Medicare Advantage. And then Humane is growing around 20%, I believe. So, I mean, I think that's definitely possible. And we're going to divide by the number of outstanding shares. So you can see the stock price in its bull case is $8. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a 15% discount rate. Okay. I'm going to do a 15%. And by doing that, it's going to shift the bull case, which you can see here. It's going to shift the bull case to $4.33. So this is just me being very heavy on management. If they don't have a CFO by January, and if they do this interim crap, that means to me, this is it doesn't show me that management knows what the hell they're doing, right? It doesn't show with me that management knows what the hell they're doing. And also, it would also be accustomed for you to buy shares as insiders at these historically low prices, right? That to me shows, to me, it's looking like Twitter, right? Where the management team doesn't buy shares. Now, again, I'm not saying the management team doesn't have shares. They have a lot of shares, right? But I would be more forthcoming and more happy if insiders in the company like Chelsea Clinton continue buying shares at this lower price, right? This will instill confidence in your ability to communicate to shareholders and also institutional investors and analysts that you are, just like what SoFi is doing and other companies, that you are essentially positive and confident that your share price does not reflect the accurate intrinsic value of your company. Okay. So from this perspective, I would say anywhere between a 10 to 15% discount rate, if you want to take the halfway point, which is $5.78, which is interesting because that is when they did their share offering at around that price. But overall, guys, as of right now, this company, I see it as either a $4 to $8 stock. They need to give me more data. They need to basically be more forthcoming. As I said, the more data I get, the more data I'm able to shoot out 10 years and have an accurate price target based on evaluating this company, right? And this is, it's still significantly undervalued. I'm talking a 4x to 8x bagger, right? A 4 to 8 bagger, right? Which is 4 to X times your money, right? So that in that regards, I still believe it is undervalued, but it would be nice if we get more information regarding their SaaS-like endeavors and also their ability to grow at a double-digit rate into the 20s and 30s, and on the MA side, which will significantly increase their stock price and will be more than a 10 bagger. Okay. So we will continue doing our proper due diligence for this company. Every data point they give us, we're going to start basically conjuring up a more accurate price target. And, again, this is for educational purposes. Please conduct your proper due diligence. We do have an educational platform to show you the terminologies used. And I'm very proud of all of our members in our stock terminal. All of you guys, I want you to listen to how you're talking now and the questions you're asking, especially in your own financial literacy AI from our stock terminal GPT.com. And ask yourself, 2-3 years ago, were you even able to answer or ask these tough questions about what intrinsic value even is? So pat yourself on the back for this very milestone that you've achieved. For all others that are interested, you could go down to allstocktrades.com, type in news in New Year's as a coupon code and get $800 off before prices increase. We also have partnerships with Affirm, which then you'll be able to offset this lifetime access through a monthly Affirm subscription. So thank you to our partners at Affirm. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just answer a couple of comments I see here. There's one here. What about his stock? He doesn't see any value in it, or did he push him out? I'm not too sure. I don't know. I don't know. Why do you do this to me? At least we still got the Greek dude whose job is to be the cop on the beat for MA. Yeah, the Greek dude, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year's, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I wasn't expecting to come online right now, guys. I mean, I was, maybe just talk about some other stuff here, but geez, guys. Okay. So hopefully, Clover, you listen to this and just come on, guys. Get your shit together. Come on, guys. Get it together. Get it together. Okay. All right. I'll see you on the next one, guys. If you haven't done so, consider going in and purchasing our book here, The Intelligent Investor for the Modern Reader. Take advantage of it. It is in the top 25 right now, best-selling on Amazon. Again, all profit proceeds will be donated to charity, so take advantage of that. All right, folks, that's pretty much it. That's a wrap. So hopefully we, have a better 2024, and Clover doesn't throw some wrenches and acts like a stable, mature company. All right, La. Peace.